You started a marriage believing God had a plan for your life, but somewhere between the bills, the bedtime routines, the busyness, you stopped believing that He had a plan for your marriage. The truth is, some marriages chase happiness, but other marriages chase purpose. One fades when life gets hard, that's happiness, but the other grows stronger through every storm. So the real question is this: which one are you building? Well, in this video, we're going to unpack what it really means to build a purposeful marriage, one that doesn't just survive the storms, but it grows stronger through them. So by the end, you'll discover, one, the key difference between a happy marriage and a powerful one, and why one fades while the other deepens your connection with God and with each other. And then two, how drift happens. The subtle ways couples lose sight of their shared mission, even when things look fine on the surface. And then third, why purpose brings meaning, and how seeing God's bigger plan can reawaken passion, unity, and direction in your marriage. So if you've been wondering why things feel off in your relationship, and you're ready to rediscover what God designed your marriage to do, then stay with me. So our family, we love to kayak. And so a few years ago, we were camping in a nearby lake, and we decided to take the kayaks out for the afternoon. And so after paddling for a while, we stopped to rest. And so I pulled in my paddle, I leaned back, and I let the sun hit my face for what I just thought would be a little nappy nap. And then when I opened my eyes, I realized it was longer than just a minute, and I drifted halfway across the lake. I mean, completely separated from Bonnie and the kids. I think they were laughing and watching. I hadn't meant to go anywhere, but I had stopped paddling. And not only that, I stopped paying attention. And honestly, that's how a lot of marriages drift. Not because we make some big rebellious choice, but because somewhere along the way, we stop being intentional. We stop moving together towards a shared purpose and mission. And if you don't understand the why behind your marriage, you'll always drift from the one that means the most to you. So there's a difference between a happy marriage and a purposeful one. A happy marriage focuses on how you feel. The purposeful marriage focuses on why you're together. See, most couples get married hoping for happiness, but God designed our marriage for mission. Happiness is a byproduct, but it's not the goal. So if God designed our marriage for mission, what might He want to accomplish through your unity, not just within it? So how does drift happen? Drift happens when couples lose sight of mission. Drift doesn't happen overnight. It happens quietly when we stop paddling together and when we stop paying attention. And so there's three main causes of marital drift. Here's the first one. It's distraction. What's distraction? It's letting good things take the place of the main things. Distraction is what we'll call taking our eye off the ball and seeing every shiny thing around instead of the one thing you're aiming for. Another reason we drift is because of disconnection. Man, we live in a disconnected world, don't we? Everything is vying for our attention, and everything that grabs our attention disconnects us. Disconnection happens when we stop being intentional with prayer or conversations or shared goals. And maybe we're connecting with every other thing around. The kids activities, work, social media, doom scrolling. That disconnects our marriage. And here's the third thing that creates drift: discouragement. Discouragement comes when we lose hope. And we lose hope that God still has something for your marriage to do. It doesn't matter if you've been married 1 year, 10 years, 20, 30, or 50. You're an empty nester. Maybe you're in your senior years. It doesn't matter. God still has a purpose for your marriage, no matter what stage of life you're in. Why does purpose bring meaning? Purpose gives meaning to both the mountaintop moments and the mundane days. So when you realize that everyday tasks are part of your mission, man, it changes everything. So going to the kids' ball practice now isn't just about baseball or your kid hitting a home run ball so you look good as a parent and they look good and you're prideful in it. No, going to the ball field has mission and purpose because there's a lot of lost people that need what you have. So purpose turns I have to do this into I get to do this, like going to work. There's mission and purpose at work bigger than a paycheck. There has to be. Maybe it's time to stop overlooking the ordinary and start seeing the ordinary things going on in your world as sacred, right? So when you and your spouse start seeing your marriage through the lens of purpose, then everything changes. The arguments, the routines, even those quiet moments. But seeing that truth, it's just the beginning. So in our next episode, we'll unpack what it means to discover God's mission for your marriage in 2026. Then your marriage can start moving from surviving to living with purpose together. So don't forget, we're going to unpack this deeper next week. So make sure you subscribe and have your notifications on because you won't want to miss it. I'll see you next week in episode 2 of this series.